Morning, good day, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Every Day with me, Nick. I'm your host, Nick. It's cringe every time I say that, but I'm going to keep saying it. As the title suggests, firewood, new surprise, which you already know because it's in the title, but it's a surprise on the video. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you a couple of things that we've got going on. So you all remember the David Brown 880 that I've moved logs around with. I tell you, that thing has been faultless. Well, it's not been faultless, it's had faults. One of them being, I don't know how many batteries I've had on that thing. It must need about a cranking amp battery of about 190 million amps. It just takes some, but it fires up no problem. It does have a hydraulic leak on one of the cylinders because the seal's gone, so that needs to be looked at. But anyway, regardless of that, she does run, she does go. And just for reference for all you folk, that's her in the background. Now, if there's some long-term viewers on here, you will remember that I made this bucket. It is absolutely monstrous for the size of the tractor, but I tell you what, she never let me down. Never ever let me down. She's always picked up wherever I put in it, whether it be muck, wood, sawdust, whatever. It's all obviously sawdust, but yeah, she's picked it up. Absolutely beast. All the cylinder rams are all in good condition, really. There's not any pitting on any of them. A little bit up top here, but that's right at the top, so that could have been what's causing the problem on seals. Like, anyway, she's a strong contender for what it's been used for, and I'll not knock it. She's done right good. I've had it a while. It was my first tractor. What other way to break the virginity of tractorism than something of this age? I think it's 60, I don't know, somewhere between 64 and 67, I think it was. There's no plate on it. It's been took off for some unknown reason. Why you would do that, I don't know, but it's been took off and I don't know where it is. There's no other way of really identifying it, but that doesn't matter because it works. Yeah, so I did that. Obviously I take the bucket off when I use this long term for moving the logs, and I just welded this right heavy duty chain on, put a little notch in the cross member there, and put this hook on, which has worked fantastic. And I also have what you Americans would call a bush hog, what we would call a rough topper over here in the UK. That's kind of my counterbalance weight sort of thing. But again, works great. Just gives a little bit of you know, counterbalance for the weight sort of thing. I was going to put a barrel filled with concrete, but I never got around to it. Shock horror. Obviously, you know that it's moved some of these monster logs, and I mean full length logs as well. 5 meter logs have been picking it up, somewhere in the region of around 500 kilos, some of these logs, and it's picked them up no problem. There is a couple at the back there that might actually exceed the 500 kilo mark, but I can't quite get to them with the tractor. One of them being, well, that's an ash. That'll be heavy. That's an ash. That lifted that was all right. Well, it lifted all of these, but it didn't lift this sycamore here. So this sycamore, it didn't lift because it was dropped off on the tractor high-ab type trailer, you know. So the rest of it picked up no problem. So, as the title suggests, there's a new tractor in the realm. I'm excited to really get this going. A little bit of a backstory. A lad up the road that I'm really good pals with, he bought it when it went shares with his pal. Not really sure what they were wanting to do with the tractor, or it was too good of a deal for them to let up. Brought it back, just sat there, didn't really know what to do with it. Anyway, I said I was interested, never really went any further than that. Then I got a call, do you want to make a deal on it? I said, go on then. Made a deal on it, and now it sits under the tractor shed. And I tell you what, it's not a bad machine. What we're looking at, we are looking at a Kubota L4630 compact tractor with a Kubota LA713 front end loader on it, and it does need some work. It does. It's had a bit of a bashing from the place it was at. It was vandalised, which is an absolute shame, because it would have been a nice tractor, this. But it's got a cab on it. It's got no doors. They were all vandalised, which is an absolute shame. But the seats knackered. It's had some use. It's had some abuse. It was used on a golf course, so this machine has had plenty of use. Some big old bloody turf tyres, them. Not my first choice, but that's what we've got. That's what we were given. So yeah, like I said to you, it's a it's a Kubota L4630. It's clearly evident on the other side, but yeah, like I said, it's got no cab. It's got no cab doors, and the glass at the rear has been smashed, unfortunately. So trying to find things for this over here is like rocking horse poop, and yeah, it's a shame, really. There is a problem with it, other than the missing parts of the tractor. The clutch has gone on it, so the clutch has is struggling. Well, in lower gears 1 to 5, it's all right. Oh, this is a GST model, this, so it's the Kubota L4630 GST cab. The main clutch has gone on it. I've priced it up with Kubota, about 600 quid. That's with the friction plate, the pressure plate, the release bearing, and a fork. Now I don't know if the fork's needed, so that might not be. It might not be. So yeah, it needs a clutch. So Alan, who's a pal of mine, he's well into his tractors. He's willing to try and give this a go with me. We'll have to split the tractor casing in half to get to the clutch. Remove the clutch, put it all back together, put a new one in, obviously, and see if that solves it. But if any of you guys have got one of these, or if you've ever experienced a GST model, this model has got 5,300 and so many hours on it, so it's had a fair running. I still believe it's the original clutch. I do believe it would be the original clutch. So could that be the reason why it's gone? Maybe. If people don't really know how to drive them either, that could be a reason. But basically, I put this in 7th or 8th gear. It's got 12 speeds on it, plus creepers, plus the creeper gears. But if I put it in 12 speed normal, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, whatever, it just sits there on the spot with a, you know, so it is slipping. It must be slipped to me in my head. So anyway, we are going to use it though, because it still works in its lower gears, which is great. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, I'm going to put it to work a little bit, and yeah, we're going to chop some wood up over there, put it in the bucket, bring it round here, dump it, rinse, repeat until it's all gone from over there. So yeah, thanks very much. But yeah, it's not a bad thing. I like it. Bloody hell, I nearly took my arm off. It's not a bad thing at all. The bucket does need some work into it. It's well rotted at the bottom there, so that needs cutting out and redoing, which is no big issue. I can do that. There is some lights missing. There's the headlights missing, unfortunately. That's a shame, just there and there. Some running lights which you could put new on. It had been destroyed up on the top of the cab there, so that started containing water, which is an absolute shame again. But you know what, that's why I put it underneath this little makeshift lean-to, because, well, it'll just protect it from the elements. It is 4-wheel drive, it does work. It's an absolute little beast. So without further ado of me babbling, let's get this fired up and let's get it out. So yeah, let's go get the key. Right, let's hopefully she starts. I don't know where to put this. I haven't got the tripod with me at the moment. So we'll pull that out there like that. How's that? Probably going to take my head off with the helmet being on. Get out the way, girls. So there she be, she started up no problem. Quite nice, it's very nice anyways. It's just nicer to sort of go from the David Brown to the Kubota, which is, you know, it's night and day difference. It's got hydraulic steering, which is just completely nice. It's so nice. But no, it is. I mean, the David Brown there's no really wrong with it. It's just there was a deal that could be done, so we made it. Right, what's the tools of choice today? The tools of choice are the we've got this trusty Stihl MS260 there with a 16-inch bar, I think it is. I'm umming and ahhing about upgrading, well, not upgrading, but changing that to an 18-inch bar. I'm not really sure. It's a really nice little firewood saw. We've obviously got the big blue, which would be called Little Blue if I had the 880, but this is the copy, the Stihl MS260 copy, which is obviously the Holzfforma G660. I've had to put a new recoil on it, that's why it's white, because it failed on me. Chinese products are failing on me, can you believe it? But nevertheless, it's a hell of a saw, it's running really good. And that's got a 25-inch bar, yes, 25-inch bar on that. So I'm just going to run that through the bigger stuff where the little MS260 can't get through. The smaller stuff like this I'll go through with the Stihl. Cutting up to around about 12 inches, which is what my firebox takes. So that's that. I aren't wearing my chaps. I should do, but I aren't. I am, however, wearing hearing protection, eye protection, you know, the full work. So it's better. I've had some close calls when I've been cutting firewood, so let's do something right for once. So I've also put my hood up because it's bloody cold today. I come home this morning from night shift, 2 degrees Celsius. The windscreen and everything was frozen up. Right, let's get on with it. MS260. Chain's about knackered. It's not got much teeth length left on him, but she's still sharp as a razor. And obviously the lock-ons, Oregon. Right, let's get that fired up again. That gets you warm. That does get you warm. Whew. For anyone wondering what this wood is, it's ash. And it's been felled because of the ash dieback disease. Whew. There's one load. Wow, I'm steaming. I think I actually am steaming. Am I steaming? I think I am. Right, let's go dump these. Well, that's going to do it for today, folks. I'm going to start losing the light real soon. I know it might not look it on camera, but it's actually 3:30 and 4 o'clock is dark. So yeah, you might not see it on the camera, but it is coming in. So yeah, Kubota's worked fantastically there, even though the clutch is buggered. It still did alright in gears 1 to 4. 5 is a push, but 1 to 4 is alright, but which obviously are like quite the low down gears. So yeah, completely fine with that. We will have to get it done. It'll be in the new year. Have to get it sorted in the new year. sometimes wish it had the bucket off that, you know. It's much deeper bucket. There are a few bits to get through here, really. May bring the David Brown out of retirement here and get these round. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more logs here to book up or do something with. So they've got to go from there only through there. I need to open up this, really, open up this area. I've just got some mud there that's mounded up. I should really move it, and I'll be able to drive through here round and down. That would make sense. It's just I can't go through here at the moment because I've dug down here a little bit so that the grade was somewhat the same as the rest of the sawmill, so I wasn't higher, it wasn't higher, you know. But yeah, that needs to get some road planings put on it so it doesn't it's not muddy all the time. There's my chicken. I don't know if you can see her just there. She's eating the apples that have fallen off the tree. She'll get drunk. But yeah, Holzfforma G660 running an absolute beast. I did it a couple of bloody muddy spots, so that chain's going to have a little touch up. The 260, yep, not wrong with that. It's just this bigger stuff that I'm, you know, cutting. I may as well just have it going through with 25-inch bar. It's a bit overkill, but at least it's one pass through. Some of this stuff's like 500 on diameter, 490, 440, 430. So yeah, it's fairly big stuff. And of course, that's all going to go through the whole. No, it's not. It's all going to go through the Janssen kinetic log splitter. So it will take big rounds, as we've seen in the past. So that will be next on the list to do, next job. So I'm just getting it all around there piled up so it can we can get ready to fill the last bay up. Well, get this bay. I'm just working through it now. I'm just going to take a load of firewood around tonight. That'll probably empty this bay. See if you can see in with it being a bit dark. Yeah. So I've just got some bits at the back there. I've got some wood drying here. This is some ash that I milled up into boards, but wow, I kid you not, guys, it cracked. It's cracked big time. Some hefty cracks in this. So we'll have to see how far back they go. But they need to be relocated somewhere now. I don't know where. So yeah, that's it. I just want to ask you guys who watch this, you know, I don't ever ask it really, I don't ever you know, plug it so much, but if you can just like and subscribe, it just helps me. You know, it costs you nothing, it costs me nothing. It makes me a little bit, but what I'm making off you guys, which I'm forever grateful, is paying for the bits that I'm, you know, doing around here. So part of what I've made off you guys has gone for that tractor, you know, so that's going to help me. I mean, not a lot. Let's just, you know, let's just clear that up. It's not paid for the tractor, but it's helped. So so yeah, thanks very much, guys. We'll catch up with you next time. Don't forget, like and subscribe, but also leave a comment down below. All right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you next time.